Hello out there in cryptocurrency land. Welcome back to Real Crypto, where we take the markets one leg at a time while keeping the market cycle in mind. And just get the particulars out of the way first, I do want to mention our Slack chat room here. If you guys are looking for a chat room to learn how to trade and just to talk with some great traders or get a different perspective, feel free to sign up here. Also, if you do like the analysis I do, we cover Bitcoin and all of the altcoins, including ZIL, which we've covered extensively on the way up and just had a sell signal on earlier today, as a matter of fact. If you like that type of thing, and or are interested in our alert system, which can alert you to some of those movers, you can sign up for our power hour here on the homepage. Let's get to, or in the services section, let's get to BTC. And so let's talk about Bitcoin's, kind of breakout, Bitcoin's big test, and also possibility for much larger consolidation. So Bitcoin today obviously just had a big down move. The whole market essentially took a move lower. And there's a test happening here. And in my opinion, it's due to two factors. So first of all, I want to show you where this test is occurring. Pretty sure everyone knows about this line here, right? 10,400, 10,500, give or take. I've got it at 10.4. And the other thing is the capitulation candle. I've covered this in a couple videos since capitulation. This is very important. I can't emphasize this enough. I understand some people don't think this is capitulation. You have a right to your opinion, and I have a right to mine. And in my opinion, this is capitulation. So everything kind of resets itself after capitulation. I think everything wipes out. You wipe out all the old holders and all that good stuff, and then everything resets. And what we've had after capitulation is actually a pretty big move in BTC. It actually rallied tremendously, as you guys know, about 160, 170%. That is a big move in Bitcoin. Bitcoin generally doesn't move that much without having a longer consolidation. And one of those moves and subsequent consolidations is actually this run right here. Whether you take it from the ultimate low or from the breakout point at 4,200, if you take it from 4,200, 231%. Well, what happened after that? After that large move, you had a much larger downtrend. About 55, give or take, percent, right? 55% over a long period of time. Anytime you have a major move in the markets, it's generally preceded by some kind of a consolidation. All right, let's go back to another time where this happened, which is 2015. The 2015 sideways consolidation, which we've looked at many times on this channel before, and in the Power Hour, we reference this constantly because it's a great historical frame for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, huge run here, right out of capitulation, 100+%. And then it actually settled into a very beautiful trading range. I don't know if we're going to get this kind of straightforward action. I actually don't think we're going to get this kind of straightforward action. But a 33% drop in BTC, and what that's going to do for you is give you that consolidation. It's going to let you go sideways, let all those people that sold BTC and check in every once in a while just forget about it. They're going to get bored with it. They're going to move on. I don't know if we're necessarily going to have that exact type of action here because, in my opinion, this is what happened. Now, this is going to be kind of fun. So we're going to throw an indicator up called the Bitcoin Logarithmic Growth Curve. You can find this on TradingView, Indicators and Strategies. When you throw this up there, I think this is pretty cool. Actually, this actually holds all of Bitcoin's price action, 99.9% of its price action. It undercuts ever so slightly every once in a while, but it actually has held the price up. For what reason? I don't know. A math person is going to explain that to you much better than I am. I'm not a math person, admittedly. But what happened is coronavirus hit. The institutions had to sell their Bitcoin position. And this is kind of what I think may have happened if we didn't have the coronavirus drop, right? I think what you can do is you can actually take this price action here, right there. I think you could kind of move it here, squeeze it a little bit. And just like almost every other price action at this bottom line, we may have stopped almost right on the dot and reversed. Maybe. You guys know me, at least most of you that have watched this channel for a while, I usually don't do this type of a thing. The reason I'm doing this, and I think this is important, is because this is abnormal price action. It's abnormal. It's a capitulation candle in the middle of nothing. This capitulation candle should not live here. It should live here. It should live where we should have had capitulation, which is somewhere down here. It should have lived here, but it didn't happen here. It happened here. Why is that? Why is that? Because of coronavirus, and actually because of institutional involvement in cryptocurrency. And that's my theory, and I've covered that in the previous videos. So if that didn't happen, whoever they are that kind of works the Bitcoin market and has large positions in Bitcoin, there's a member of our community, 50 Satoshi, who has a theory that they are controlling Bitcoin's price. Well, they obviously were out of control for capitulation. They did not have control. But if they were in control, they would probably do this. They would probably have it exactly like this. And maybe maybe we're exactly where we're supposed to be. I don't know. But I know capitulation did happen. I know it threw a wrench in the charts and maybe in someone's plans if you're a conspiracy theorist. But anyway, so after this pump here, this does change things because capitulation kind of wipes the charts clean and it may kill the logarithmic growth curve going forward. And here is a possibility. After capitulation, generally market cycles change and things go into kind of a general malaise, usually for a little bit. Now, in the stock markets, capitulations rally generally relatively quickly. I'm not going to show it to you for brevity's sake, but you can go back to the 2008, 2009. You will see it's not a point of capitulation, it's a range of capitulation. It's spread out over several trading days, and then the market starts going back up pretty much immediately, right? Pretty much immediately. So here in Bitcoin, you have a spike capitulation, but all those traders, and let me back up a second. The reason why the stock market goes up instead of sideways for a while is because of institutional accumulation. Institutions have to put money to work at routine intervals. If they get money, they have to invest it. They can't just sit on their hands. It's not in their charter. Now, in cryptocurrency, they don't necessarily have to do that. Okay, in cryptocurrency, which you saw in 2015, right? We just went sideways. We just went sideways for a period of time, giving the retail investors to forget about Bitcoin, be sick of it before they rallied it back up on through. Okay, so if we have institutional involvement being more abrupt than even I think it is at this stage of the game, maybe we do power through. But if not, and we follow normal cryptocurrency cycles, there's a malaise period here. I don't know how long it can take. It could take up to 2 years, in my opinion, after capitulation, just to get everyone kind of worn out with Bitcoin. But we've had such a substantial run that we are due some type of sideways action. And there's a possibility we tighten this up. And for however long we stay tight up here, then we move back up above the logarithmic growth curve. So those are the situations. I don't think we break up right now. I think we consolidate. I don't know for how long, but after failing this test a number of times, a breakout now, while I'm ready for it, and I will jump on it, don't get it twisted, I will jump on the breakout if it occurs, I'm a little bit more mentally prepared for if it drops. That's what I'm a little bit more mentally prepared for. And I'm not quite sure it drops aggressively, though. Let's go back to 2015 again, just as a little bit of a template. I know I do this a lot. I say I don't, but I do. So I do like to use this as a bit of a template, but mainly for explanation reasons for you, the viewer. So you can see here. So Bitcoin rallies up pretty hard, pretty quick too, very, very quick. And then it stalls out, and then you have a general volume malaise. You run to a general volume decline, very low volume. No one's interested in Bitcoin anymore. They probably all think it's dead, and then off we go. So we could do something similar, but the capitulation throws a wrench in things because of institutions. So moving sideways on lower volume, you just have to wait for that 10-4, 10-5 to get hit for your longer term buy signal. However long this takes down here and however low we go, and we'll cover that in a subsequent video. But anyway, so I think as a longer term trader, if you're a longer term trader, you have to have extreme patience at this moment in time. I don't think you're too busy jumping on BTC. If we're going to go for much larger moves in Bitcoin, which we will at some stage, then I think you have to be patient right now, and I think you have to let the market play itself out. And in the meantime, I actually think we have some pretty good altcoin moves. Altcoin market has been strong. We cover it every day in the Power Hour, and I kind of use how many coins. So if you look at our Power Hour newsletters, actually, I wasn't really planning on this, but here, let me pull up a Power Hour newsletter, because what happens, at least with the newsletter, is that I figures I deleted all my. Here's an old Power Hour newsletter. If you look at the newsletters, I actually put up, um, I put up all the altcoins. Okay, and so here's one from 429. I'm not going to show you the top because there's a bunch of email addresses up here. But if you notice here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total tokens on 429. 6 total tokens. That's showing you that the altcoin market is not very healthy. Well, let's go back to 429 on the charts. That's where this newsletter is from. Let's go back to 429 on the charts. I don't even know what this is going to do. 429 right there. Bitcoin was in a huge bull mode. Altcoins were crapping because Bitcoin was in a huge bull mode. The altcoin market is very strong right now, and it doesn't show signs of really dropping away. Okay, I think we're going to have some great moves in some alts while Bitcoin kind of does its thing for a little while. That's my general consensus, at least in my own head, my consensus within myself. So I think you're going to have some great trades in alts. I think you're going to have to be, a little bit astute. And, if you guys need some help with that, I definitely recommend our Power Hour because we cover all the big altcoins, most of the Binance altcoins in depth every single day. So anyway, guys, I know I kind of tripped over myself there a little bit, but I think all that history, at least for me, is important as a price action guy. That's a lot of price action. It's a lot to go through. And this really throws a wrench in everything. It would be much more clear if we didn't have this candle where it is in the charts. So that's where we sit. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. If you made it this far, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, thanks. Bye.